We here. Oh man, dog, I just got my ass whooped.
I seen
I
that.
I
can't, I
seen
can't, I
that.
can't
I
figure it out,
seen
man.
that.
I'm like so bad with like. Here's the
Is it
thing,
the
though.
settings?
Yeah, it's the settings. Like FIFA, like
100%.
normal people play FIFA, I can play, right? I'm not great. I'm not good. I get through it. FIFA
Mhm.
manual settings, man, I'm struggling.
Different beast.
I'm gonna give it a try. Right. I think. Luckily, you said that. I'm gonna give that shit a try before the new season starts because I'm thinking about joining too.
It's
So
fun,
just
dog.
run it for a little.
It's like when the market's open, it's time consuming and shit like that. Once
What
you
up,
plug in,
Fernando? Stop trying to flex that you're in Miami, dog. Stop trying to flex
Yeah.
that you're in Miami, Fernando. I don't want to hear
Travels
that
once
shit,
and
dog.
shit. Nah, Fernando better not flex about flying. He was all shaking in the car when I dropped him off. He was asking me all thousands of questions. How the turbulence. I was like, man, shut your ass up.
What up, Glenn? Was running up Pacific Standard Time. What up, Glenn? What up?
Hey,
What's
Glenn,
good,
send those
Mike?
receipts. Send those receipts, Glenn.
Hey, was that Dino 1001? Who's that? Is that Romo? I can't keep up with Romo.
Fool, Romo. This motherfucker has like. Oh no, Dino is Mingo.
It's Mingo, huh? What up, Mingo? Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck Donald Trump. I fucks with that. I fucks with you saying fuck Donald Trump.
Dog, this week is just I don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We'll get into it. We'll get into it, but yeah, man. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. So FIFA FFO.
Uh
That's just frustrating. That's just frustrating, though. I'll be
You don't sound happy. You don't sound happy though.
Nah. And you know what? And that I'll give it a go. A few more weeks, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue because like, listen, I'm playing a video game. I want to have fun. You know what I mean? Even if I'm bad, I want to have fun. I'm not having fun right now, and that's just because I'm bad.
it's crazy though because we just played a community event, right? And this motherfucker really made it to the final, and he beat some of the better players in the league. Like he beat Bard.
You know what it
And,
is?
What was the
he beat
settings on that game?
Same thing.
it was FFO.
Oh no shit. Oh,
Here's the
got
thing, though,
it.
right? No,
You got
here's
it.
the thing. Fucking Pack set me up, dog. He knew I was gonna record a podcast at 9 today, so he rushed me to play at 8. I get in the warm up.
That's what I was gonna tell you. I think that's why you lost, to be honest.
Probably.
Because
For a hater, huh?
you rushed through your second game.
Yeah, I didn't even play second game. Man. Dog, I got a red card, and like some stupid shit was happening again. I was like, all right, cool, you can have the game. I was just fucking around. You can see me. I took the ball with my center back all the way to almost to goal. I didn't give a shit no more. I got a red card and 2 goals in. I was like, cool, GG's. Not that serious, boys. All right, man. 2 minutes and we get into this bitch. How you,
Ronaldo boys do a shoey? I cannot do a shoey, dog.
yo, have you guys seen? Did you guys see that race? Did you guys?
No.
I
No?
didn't watch it.
Man, it was a good race.
I see
Man,
it,
it
dog.
was a good race.
Yeah. I saw Ricardo got pulled. I got a podium. No.
Yep,
Okay.
Danny podium, and then Lewis Hamilton did a shoey as a sight.
I
yeah.
seen that picture. That's so sick.
That's just tight. That's just tight.
I'm so happy for
It was
Ricardo.
a good
dog. I
race, though.
fucks with him.
Dog, Ferrari straight fucked Vettel though.
Yeah.
Legit, dog. He had been doing really good. He was in 4th place. He hadn't pitted.
Uh-huh.
Boom, fucking safety car. That's money right there, right? You get in there, you get out, you stay close to your position. You would have got points. Tell me why they took like 14 seconds in his pit stop.
14.
14, bro.
What'd they
14.
fuck up on?
The left rear tire and the front right tire. Yeah, they screwed him, dog. They screwed him. I was so sad for
I think
him.
they're doing that shit on purpose. dog.
Nah, I don't think
That's
so.
That's too many fuck ups.
Nah,
bro.
no. But listen, that's millions and millions of dollars because they're like in 5th place in the constructor.
You
Cup,
know who's
dog.
in third in the constructors?
Renault, dog.
Renault boys.
Hey, you know who got him? You know who got him in 3rd place?
Oh, Danny, dog.
Hey, you know where Dennis going next year? You know where he's not gonna be? All right, boys. You guys ready?
Wait, but who's coming back to Renault next year?
Yeah, dog. You get broken ass
Alonso.
broken ass Alonso, dog.
Okay.
All right, boys. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
What up, y'all?
What it do,
How's it going,
baby?
How's it going, fellas? How you guys doing? How you guys living? Are you guys mad? Are you guys happy? Are you guys sad? What's going on? Talk to me. I need all the info, especially from you, George, because you, my man. You gotta let us. You gotta bring us in, catch us up. We haven't seen you. You gotta let me know what's going on, man.
I was just about to say that. It feels like I haven't been on here for at least 2 weeks.
Well,
Last week I know we didn't do an episode. The week before that, I
Like
don't
you
think I
came.
was on.
No, you came on, but the week before that you didn't make it on. So you made like a pit stop last week, and then you had like 2 weeks off. But
Yeah.
tell me all about it, dog. I'm trying to hear it, dog. Before we get into all this sad shit, all this shit's gonna get us angry. Tell me some good stuff, dog. Where were you last week? How come we couldn't make the show happen last week?
I was told that I cannot say that it was the greatest moment of my life because I have a daughter. So I was advised by my advisors that I
You
cannot
shouldn't
come
say
on
that.
here and say that. Yeah, so I'm here so I won't get fined. But, dog, hands down,
Well, first of all, where were you? Let the rest of the people know who don't know.
I was at Game 6 of the World Series for the Dodgers.
Is that the game where the Dodgers won it?
Yeah, that's the game where we got that beautiful pennant. Oh man, where we got that beautiful ring.
Oh, man.
It was the best. It was amazing. I'm so glad. So quick story.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been bugging your brother about it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's like, nah. I can't. He came here to watch Game 5, and a shot later, he's like, fuck it. The flights were booked. Shout out to my brother. Hooked us up with those flights. Man, it was amazing. It was honestly so sick. That stadium, that arena is fucking amazing. The stadium is legit like AT&T Stadium, the old Ranger Stadium, and then the new Ranger Stadium. And they have like a little LA Live thing going on.
And it's pretty new, right?
It's brand new. We were NLCS was the first. That's Dodgers home basically.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, that was the first series that was played there, from what I know.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
so sick.
That little LA Live area they have seems dope. Like I seen mad people dancing. Like it was a pista. Like everybody just fucking getting the groove on.
It was 30 degrees outside. Inside it was a cool 72. But as soon as you walked out, people in 30-degree weather were dancing in the fountains, throwing themselves in water. Fucking, it was amazing, Doug. It was so sick.
I bet, man. I mean, listen, I was wilding. Actually, you know what? I didn't wild out. It took me like a good, I don't know, like 5-6 minutes to kind of like really absorb it and be like,
it felt so easy. Those 3 outs felt so easy. And being Dodger fans, like, it's never that easy.
No, man. Like me.
But we suffered in the beginning of the game for that.
But even at that, it was a good game, right? And then just kind of closed it in. Like, I mean, the last strike, I was just, struck on my watch, like looking. That's shout out to Woody. Shout out to all the boys. Shout out to the Dodgers. Shout out to the Lakers. Man, they make me happy. But then let's talk about. Oh, actually, before I talk about stupid ass Galaxy, hey, Masa, how you doing, baby? How you feeling? I know you in.
Yeah, look at that smile. Yeah,
I was.
Renault boys got you happy, huh?
Renault boys. I'm just happy, Doug. I'm grateful, Doug.
There you go. Let's go.
Beautiful.
All right, boys. Here we go. Where do we leave off? Right. We left off. Actually, no, we didn't talk about Portland. I put a tweet out saying I was glad we didn't talk about Portland because I would have made a fool of myself again and say that we're gonna get a win or a tie. So I'm glad we didn't do that shit, dog. Because
me and your brother were in the plane watching the game. You know how hard it is to not yell "fucking idiots" in a quiet ass plane, dog.
Yeah, I bet, man. It's ridiculous. But that was the straw. That was it, right? That's what broke the back. GBS gets released. So let's start there. We'll get into a game versus RSL in a bit. I'm not gonna talk too much about the game, but we're gonna talk everything around the game and what we think about it. But let's start there. GBS gets released. Initial thoughts.
It had to be done, just because that's the initial let go. You never start at the top in companies and anything. You always start at the person that's managing the workers, so to say.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, on the flight back, I told your brother he doesn't make it until tomorrow. He's like, "You think so?" I think he finishes out. I was like, "Nah, he's done tomorrow." I saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think the writing was in the wall. I mean, and this episode is maybe titled, the inevitable implosion, right? Because I think we all saw the writing on the wall. But I think we did have different thoughts on when it was going to happen. Masa, what you think about it when it happened?
Same with George. It had to be done. But for me, it's. I feel like this is on the players, bro. Like I'm fucking pissed. I'm
We'll get there.
super pissed.
Yeah. Let's stay because listen, I want to talk about the players a lot when it comes to this game coming up. But for now, I just kind of want to get reactions of like, and it's fair though. It's fair though.
I was sad. I was sad. I think I'm GBS is not a great coach. He's not great. I think he's good. I think if you ask, I mean, if the players do what he asked for, then the results are there. You know, there was games where you could see what he wanted to do, and it was played out to perfection. And we got results against teams that we shouldn't have beat last year and this year. So I was sad that he had to go, but I think it was, you know, that had to be done. So it's the right call.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I don't know, man. I definitely, I don't think you have to be super smart or super analytical to kind of see the flaws in GBS with the G's, right? I think that was pretty obvious. What I was upset about them letting him go when they did because of the inevitable, right? Like now we have Dom coming in, and you are gonna see like a little surge, but it's not necessarily because of Dom. But yet we're gonna have a shit ton of people claiming for him to be the coach for the next year, which I think is like counterproductive, right? It's kind of, yeah, I know we do, but I just think it's counterproductive because like Dom is not the answer. As much as you guys want to think he's the answer, he's not the answer. But it does put a question on what the profile looks like for our next coach, right? Here I'll say this: like I think GBS technically had an idea whether it was good or bad. I don't know, but I think he had an idea. But our players are not professional players he's used to having to manage, right? If you're in Argentina, and let's go there just because that's where he came from and that's where he's known from. These fools are busting their ass up because that's their outlet. That's their out, right? That's how they're gonna survive. They're gonna play soccer because that's how they're gonna provide for the family, for their kids, for whatever. That's their out. Here, these fools take it for granted, right? Like they play soccer and they get paid, right? And they do everything else. Like, and I'm not here to say like I'm not against these fools having a life other than soccer, but I'm saying like you know what I mean. Like there's a difference between the soccer players in Central and South America, and I think a lot of in Europe as well, because the competition is so much stronger out there than there is with these American players and these divas that we have.
Listen, to that point, I said it yesterday. I was having multiple conversations in Argentina. The players don't have to answer to anyone but the fans. The fans are going to tell you who's in and who's out.
No, they're answering to their neighborhood.
Yes, but there's personalities in Argentina as well. There's other people that have made it and came back, and they come back for the love of the sport, for the love of the crest, and that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
That's not here. It isn't here for. I don't care who you. I don't look at the 18. Anyone at the blink of an eye could say peace out, and that's what it is. And I think in GBS's flaw, and I said it in the MLS, I feel you need to be a great coach and a great manager because you need to manage players.
I see, and that's the thing. I don't even think you need to be a great coach. All right, and I was gonna get to this right now. I know Masa, you just said you're upset with the players. Actually, you know what? I do want to have this conversation with players, but I don't want to have it until we start talking about ourselves. So I'm gonna pull back. I will say though, it does show a lot of flaws within the organization, right? we'll go in deeper. But I brought up right prior to the Portland game. I brought up in one of our chats. I said, these players are shit.
Mm-hmm.
They threw the season to get rid of GBS.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'll give you why I believe that when we talk about ourselves. But I'm just throwing that out there right now so we can have this conversation. These players, I think, tinfoil hat time. These players threw the season to get rid of GBS, right?
100%.
Halfway, that's just the name of the game too, though, right? Because like you can't, the players can't dictate like who's their coach.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't get rid of 18 players, you can't get rid of 11 players, right? So if you fuck up bad enough, if your coach is not getting you to respond, they're gonna get rid of the coach before they get rid of
To some
the whole squad.
extent, the players do have a say because, like you said, they know they hold the power because you're not going to get rid of 18 players.
Yeah, you just can't, right? Like even if you wanted to, you just couldn't. And I think they exploited that, right? I think they exploited that. Again, before we move on to ourselves, let me just talk about DTK for a second. Because there's a lot of people who like him, people who don't like him. There's mixed opinions about him. But I'll say this: I don't remember who the last person I saw talk to reporters and talk to like the press the way he does. Like I'm sure he says a lot of shit that's a corporate response, but he gives face and I think he gives a lot of straight answers too. Right, I think a lot of what he's doing is there's straight answers there. Maybe not what you want to hear, maybe not detail, but he's a straight shooter. So I want to tip my cap to him because we hadn't seen that from the G's. We haven't seen nobody who take responsibility and kind of just confront the shit face to face. And I kind of like what DTK's done over the last week or so since JP's departure. I mean, including halftime at Portland, right? He had a conversation with Twelman and the other guy's name. I forget his name. All right, we take an L there. We move on from GBS. Dom is appointed interim coach. No fucking staff. I think Jovan was like on the touchlines this weekend, or this weekend. All kinds of fucked up shit. We play against ourselves. I should have had this. We play against ourselves. Let's start here. Did you guys expect a win? Before even the lineups come out, before anything else come out, like, did you guys expect a win?
100%.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't?
I was talking to our moderator, friend of the pod, Glenn. Me and him made a bet, and I told him in my head the way that I called the score right, and I kind of saw the writing on the wall. These players are going to come and show out. It's obvious they didn't want to play for GBS, and I felt it, I saw it, and I knew that we were going to see a completely different LA Galaxy, which frustrated me prior to the game even starting.
Masa, you say you didn't think they were going to win.
No. Well,
why not?
It's not that I didn't think they were going to win. It's more that I didn't want them to win. Straight up. I didn't want this team to win. Straight up. I've never been so upset about winning a fucking game.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing right now. Because, I mean, I think we both shared that on one of the chats. I literally said I've never been this mad after a victory ever. Like, you know what I mean? I was heated at the moment. So, but I did think we were going to win before I saw the lineup, right? Before anything else, like, these guys are going to come out of there and win because it's Dom, and it just happens all the fucking time. And then we see the lineup. I don't even know where to fucking start with this, though. Let me read it out real quick.
Fuck Bingham, Doug.
Let me read it out real quick, though. Bingham at goal.
Jesus.
Yeah, People and Steres at center back with Araujo and Insua out in the wide as right back and left back. Hard time today, baby. Dos Santos and Kitchens playing holding with the Jet as cam. Yoni out right, Pavona out left, and Subek up top. How what do you feel after that? When you see this and you think what?
My initial thoughts?
Yeah. When you saw the lineup, how do you react to that?
There should be no reason why Bingham is touching that field as a LA Galaxy player ever again. The fact that people still think that Dom is the person after seeing that, I have no words for those type of people. And also, this is a GBS lineup. This is a GBS. This is a,
Yeah, I'm not because you're right. I wasn't trying to make laughing at you, but I'm laughing because you're right. I mean,
I don't care.
Masa, your thoughts?
Same, dog. 100% with George on here. Like, it's like Dom Bingham is here because Dom brought him, right? The whole year, dog. I don't think anyone's ever cheered by the time he got benched. I don't think anyone's been on Bingham's side. I don't think no fan in their right state of mind would want that man to ever play for us again. And the fact that he got a chance to play again is crazy to me. And people want Dom to stay, so Bingham get a fucking extension. Like I can't with that.
And
This is why I wanted the team to lose, dog. I did not want to see this shit.
and to that, and Kobe and Joe were mentioning, oh, it was a good way of keeping your senior players happy. No, if your senior players aren't producing, especially a player like Bingham, don't put them in. If you want to be Dominic Kinnear and you want to fight for a spot, you got to show that right off the bat. Right now, you're just being complacent. You're just saying, here, let me put whatever I can out there, and it is what it is.
Listen, I got called out because I posted a tweet. I posted a tweet like something stupid, like laughing my ass off with like 100 O's, Bingham starting, and just kind of like a real sarcastic tweet because I saw Bingham go right, and I got called out. They're like, dude, Klinsmann had 5 goals, similar stats to him in the last couple games. You know, he's not doing that much better than Bingham. Fair enough. I think that's right, right. But here's the thing, though. Like, and this is just like personal opinion. There's so many flaws with Bingham. There's so many like missing of the foundation, just elementary fucking mistakes that I'd rather have a goalkeeper who's shown me that at least he knows the basics, right? Like he gets the basic. He's not gonna make a stupid mistake on the pitch than him. I genuinely think Bingham is a bad keeper. In fact, last year I made a case for Bingham saying that he was. Listen, I don't think I've ever been here saying that he's a great keeper, right? I always said he's been average. His form definitely did, but at least last year I had arguments where I said, look, he got us 1 point this game because of these many saves. He got us 3 points here because he made that block to keep us a 1-0 lead, whatever. Right? I can't say that one single time this year. Or maybe once. I think there was one time. There was one time where I saw. Yeah. Like at this point, I think he's cost us more points that he's been able to help us get. Right. So therefore, like, I don't want to see this kid. Like, not even kid. I don't want to see this guy. I definitely want to see Klinsmann a lot better. He's 24 years old, bro. If we're seeing the likes of Julian, and we're trusting him that he understands what he's doing, and there's some talent there, they want to do the same with the goalkeeper when it's obvious. At least to me, it is.
The problem is with GBS with Bingham is we've seen the mental mistakes, we've seen the fault.
Yep.
Name me one fault where you feel that Klinsmann could have done something better, or he could have done something. No, it's all goals that are out of his hand. Understandably, Bingham had those as well.
Yeah.
But the fault that the things that we're talking about is not covering your first post, slapping the ball down to your defenders in a vulnerable position.
Not know how to come off the process, not know how to distribute your hands, not know how to distribute your foot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
crazy.
It's on and on. And that's the thing, though, right? Like, because listen, yes, the game as Portland, for example, right? Yes, there was that many goals scored in them. But in those goals, you also had like that banger that Andy Polo did, right? You had these great buildups that Portland were able to do, and not one of them was like fucking. Come on, it wasn't. Come on, it wasn't that, right? And how many times have we seen like those five plus games that five goals against games, and we call out Bingham 2-3 times in those things, right? Like, again,
he can't dive left, he can't dive right, blah blah blah. He should have parried better.
Listen, and here, but this by no means saying that Klinsmann needs to improve too, because maybe he shouldn't be getting 5 fucking goals scored on him. Like, that shouldn't be happening, right? So like that for sure, he needs to improve. But I think there's room for him to improve there when there's not on Bingham. And I just took the last 5 minutes to rant about Bingham again. I didn't want to do that shit. My bad, boys. But we see this lineup and people on stairs. Any surprise there? Before the game, because I mean after the game, like we could talk about it. No. Now, what about Subak? Did you guys
Yeah.
expect? Did you guys think he was going to come in and play there?
No, it's a GBS lineup. It's exactly what I expected. It's a GBS lineup head to toe. If Dom would have came out and put Dunbar up top or Wild up top, then I'd be like, okay, he's trying to do something that GBS didn't do and making it his own. He didn't.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, and to that point, like it's 100% a GBS lineup, right? I don't think there's anything there that's different than what you. Yeah, listen, maybe GBS tries something different where he puts Felcher and Felcher on right back, puts Julian up right mid, and then Yoni up top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
What happened?
Seen that shit second half.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
No, listen, I'm trying to lead up. I was hoping somebody picked it up. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like so here and all this circle just to come back around and say, Dom, I don't think he did anything but talk to the players and comfort them, ask them to do something for them, which is crazy, right? Let's get into this game. Kickoff comes around, and these boys are these boys are lit. They're running. I mean, I don't think I've seen them this season pressure as a team with that much intensity. Have you guys? Am I mistaken here? Did you guys see it?
At all.
And here, and let's start with these issues, right? Your coach could you could dislike your coach's tactics. You could do whatever everything about the coach is bad, right? But your determination, your fight, your want to play, your passion for the game, I don't think should ever change. Right? Like
There's one person that didn't change, and sorry to cut you off, but the one example is that they're complacent to where they're at. There's one motherfucker who didn't have that complaciveness, and he wants to go to Europe. He wants to go to the better leagues, and that's by one. He's been a step above every player. I feel in a lot of games. Sure, we came on here and talked shit about it, but there's levels, and I think that's that one person that we still see those levels to. And I feel the other motherfuckers, they're complacent to where they're at. They're okay with getting $100,000 plus a year, and they'll be able to retire, do whatever they want after that.
I agree to a certain point, right? Because to your example, you also see that with Julian. Right?
Yeah.
Julian's come this year, and he needs to prove it.
Yeah.
He needs to prove it, right? So he's been putting it out there. You've seen that with these kids who get these minutes, like the shit minutes, right? Like Dunbar, Wild, and help me out. He scored the goal the first time we won in 7 games.
Kai something.
Like,
Kai corner, Rick.
Yeah, like these guys, like or Harvey, like all these kids the Puy, all these kids who are getting their shot. You see them busting their ass off because that's what it means to them, right?
Yeah.
These other motherfuckers, just listen again. I point number one. They're mostly under contract, right? The ones that are not, that I'm sure they'll figure somewhere else to go. Either way, there was no motivation. Either you had a contract or you're bouncing anyway, so you don't give a fuck. There was nothing these fools wanted to do. Like they didn't want to win for themselves. They rather say, yeah.
That's what gets me mad.
No, 100%. I mean, you should. And again, listen, we don't know this, right? But from our perception, from where we're seeing this, that's exactly what it looks like. And at least to us three, right? Maybe somebody else has a different opinion, which is fine. But at least for us three, that's what we see when we're looking at this team perform, or when we had looked at this team perform. But yeah, so they come out like pressure. I had not seen Yoni use his speed at all. Until Sunday's game versus Arcel. There's a through ball put on by Jonah. There's a through ball put on by Yulin into space, which is something we hadn't seen before, into space. And this one gets there. His body movement's a little weird for me, but he saw some of that pace, and he saw some of it where he could exploit it. He could be dangerous. But even at that though, like sidebar, I'm still not very convinced by Yoni.
No,
I think you're not.
no.
I think we're not convinced yet because he didn't put the 2 he had.
Well, I wanted to lead into that, right? We at least saw some things that we hadn't seen before, but it's still not convinced, you know. I mean, and then he had these, like, you know, you were saying, I said, you want to. I mean, do you remember these chances? Do you want to go through them real quick?
The one where the Jonah puts him through clean ass through ball. He behind the back of the defender, and he fucking
Ooh.
toe pokes it with his left foot.
Yeah.
And I don't think he makes the right contact, because I think if he makes the right contact, that goes in. It didn't put enough power on it. Goalie makes a good save. It was
I
a good
think
save.
it's more. I think it's more of that. I think it's more of that. I think it's a good save. I think it's a really good save.
I think he could have done a little
Yeah.
bit better.
But
I think so too.
But here's the thing though, like the smarts behind that is what I like, right? Because he take
The runs he makes.
no. I'm talking about just that play. Like I think if he tries to wind up, there's pressure. There might be a tackle. I think he tries to take a step. There's pressure. He doesn't get the shot off. I think he's really smart and uses his toe poke and he pokes it. I think goalie reacts good and makes a block. The other one where he shoots it across and tries to go second post, comes out pretty central and the goalie blocks it. I thought he should have done a lot better than that one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Am I
thought that was
mistaken
a
there?
better shot. No, the one he shoots from
Yeah,
across.
Yeah, it goes across
on the right side.
Yeah.
And he tries to cross the keeper.
Yeah.
I think he did what he could do.
I
don't
think
there was a good angle at that shot.
That's fair.
I mean, I think the shot was, like we said before, right? Make the keeper work.
Yeah,
And
and
I
he
think
did.
he did that on both shots. I don't think he could have done more than that.
But it was interesting though. Like Totino or it might have been Kobe. One of them said it. Like look at these runs. In that ball, Jonah puts in for him. The one that we were talking about it first. In that ball, like his run, but it's also Julian's run accompanying him. Right, he's going out wide while Jonas coming inside, and that kind of fucks the defense because they have to guard two people making opposite runs.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was that been at? Like this whole fucking season?
Dog, even the fact that the ball got there, in the past couple games that we have a striker that makes those runs or anyone else, you see the run, you turn the other way and you pass it to a safe pass.
Yeah. There was a lot more risk taking, right? Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that too. I mean, it was a lot more risk taking. The guys played good, but we had we get a set piece from like half field, and not who you expect to score scores.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the greatest center back in the world right now. The likes of Maldini fall short compared to our own very great Pipo Gonzalez. Let's talk about this man real quick, dog. Were you guys as surprised as I was when he scored that header from? Because it was a header from distance. It wasn't like right on the keeper. It was like
it was top of the 18.
Yeah.
It was top of the 18.
Surprised, no. Stairs has made those. I mean, defenders can make those. The fact that the person that made it has been sitting on the bench for quite some time, and we've been wanting him out. It adds more to the frustration to me.
And here's the thing, though. Now, with people, it's a different situation. At least for me, because we saw him have bad form, and we called for him to sit down because he had bad form. Right? It was that the Depuy comes in. I think he does a good job for a few games. Defense is all everywhere, but people had done really bad. He comes in this game, and he does well.
Mm-hmm.
He does well. I think, and I'll get to it right now. But he does well. Like especially, let's talk about especially this first half. I think he does really well, both defensively, and he got up there for that goal. I think he does well. You think that's also a Dom thing, or is it just him like trying to step up and be a leader because he is one of the older guys?
You know what I think
Nothing that happened in this game is a Dom thing.
You give no credit at all.
I'm gonna
No.
give Dom credit for one thing because he swapped Stairs and people.
Yep.
Right.
People-
He put
right.
people on the right and he put Stairs on the left, and it's usually the other way around.
And you think that
I'll
made a
give him
difference?
credit. I think it made a difference, right? Because people's playing his most comfortable position. I still don't think that's an excuse for having such a shit season, though.
Hey,
And I think,
Mhm.
and I think that the goal gave him confidence. Maybe he was lacking that confidence,
Yeah, I see it.
to play what he used to playing, and I think that gave him confidence to continue on.
And do you guys think that with him? Do you think with him it was just a lapse of bad form, or you think he was in cahoots with the rest of the team and just kind of throwing the shit?
I think coming into the game, coming into him being here, he felt that his position was given, not earned, and I think him sitting down kind of woke him up.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, for him, because he had been a non-factor for such a long time, or what I feel like is this season feels like a long ass time, but because he had been such a non-factor with him, I have my doubts. I'm not sure if again, this is my theory. This is fucking. I forgot his name. Whatever. This is my theory. This is me going into this shit. He might be one of the guys who I don't know. He might just have bad form. And I think what Masa said, I didn't even think about that, but I think what you said, Masa, about him scoring a goal, kind of gives you that you know what I mean? So that could have done it. Listen, I think the Galaxy were good in the first half. No, let me take that back. No, they were good. They're better than I've seen them most of the season.
Fine.
They're better than I've seen most of the season. And I think what was really the factor there was the kind of intensity they put in the first half. I think they came out and they wanted it. And again, I mean, we're a broken record. I'm a broken record. This pod. Where the fuck was that at? Where's that been at, man? Where's that been at? It's so frustrating. Halftime comes. Going into half 1-0. What are you guys thinking? What do you think of this game? Okay, let me start. To be fair, like I didn't even think I analyzed what I wanted to see in the second half. I was just fucking fuming, bro.
Me too. I was ranting on the group chat that we have.
Yeah, same. It's dumb, right? Because I guess I should have been rejoicing on it. I should have been enjoying the fact that we had a lead going into it and we looked better. But man, I was just so frustrated, bro. I was super frustrated just because, like, what a waste, man. What a fucking waste, bro. But second half starts. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all I saw of the G's with that same intensity. Maybe even less. But after, like, around the 55th minute, 60th minute, I saw Jonah with his fucking with his hands on his knees. I seen Yoni with his fucking with his hands to his knees. I seen a gang of people just walking around. Are these guys? I mean, were they just not like fucking around in practice and like they're not in shape? What the fuck? I mean, 78.
This just shows what we've seen. These motherfuckers haven't pushed themselves all season, and the one game that they decide to, guess what? Your body's not used to it. Jonah got hurt.
Gassed, man.
Yoni was hands on his hips.
Yeah.
Dog, Yoni. Okay, I get it. He's came. Jonah's been here all season. He's been here years. You haven't taken it seriously all year.
They're athletes.
You're telling me you're not even mid-season form. You're pre-season form right now. The fact that you guys were pushing shows me you didn't want to do that all season.
Yeah, like the attention hasn't been there even on the practice ground, right? Where you get your fitness. Mm-hmm. Right? Like these guys have been fucking around. There's no way a professional team, right? In what like the thing is like one of the top leagues, or if not the top league in the North Americas, a professional team with the name of the LA Galaxy, their whole squad dies in 60th minute. I mean, you guys play FIFA, right? You know, when your stamina bar is like this big, like, you know, that's all they had. Like, all these motherfuckers were fucking gas, bro.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Like, that shit just, like, again, I don't even know what should name it, the Never Implosion, or should just name it Rudy Rants for her in an hour and a half. But listen, like, come on, man. Like, that shit just, that bugged me out. So we saw some changes early, right? In the 57th minute, we saw Yoni come out for Rolf, which made the move that we talked about earlier, where Julian now moves up to right mid, and Rolf plays right back where he was at. But I don't think it changed much. Jonah goes down with an injury like right after that. It didn't seem like there was anything there either. So that's a little scary because that seemed like it was his calf. I can see how he got injured, but it wasn't much into it. I'm always scared when I see those because
you hate to see it happen. You hate to see it happen. I never want to see one of our players go down injured. I never want to see that happen. But if you don't take the game seriously, sooner or later, this shit's gonna bite you in the ass.
Listen, you fucked off for fucking 90% of the season, and they want to go balls to walls with 3 games left. Yeah, dog, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't start your car for 6 months out of the year, and then you crank and you want to go 0 to 100 in like 6, like, come on, bro, you gotta fuck your shit up, bro. Like, it's just all bad. But again, like, listen, his injury was weird because, like, I can see how it could be his calf, right? Like, he was trying to push off, and then he seems like he just kind of crumbles. Sucks, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel right now about the future of the Galaxy, and we'll talk about that in a little bit after this. He comes out. Joe Corona comes in. Joe Corona, I was hoping to see more from him. Didn't see much of anything actually. It is what it is. And then you get this fucking goal of goals, right? But one picks the shit up in midfield, turns around and puts the boosters on, dog. Hit the NOS tank, dog. You know what I mean? Not the NOS tank. He hit the NOS on this. See, going the wrong place. He hit the NOS tank, dog. My bad, dog. You know, my bad, dog. I've been itching. He turns on the NOS and he's out, bro. He's out. Yeah, it's not fair, right? Like there's somebody initially trying to tell him, kind of just shimmies him off, runs. Oh, there's this touch he does, man, where he kind of like almost like gives it like right English, where it kind of just he kind of slices it and it just kind of moves in front of him, and that little touch just kind of shits the defender, dog. That in his pace just kind of shits on him, dog. The defender had all the right intention. I think he comes out like he try to close it out right, but that little like it's a weird little chop that he kind of does, kind of just move it around him, bro. And again, I don't even know if it was intentional or he just got lucky and he got like the right kind of touch to it. It goes around him and then he just pokes it into the back. I mean, the whole goal, bro. I watching it live, not even replay. When I seen him take the first guy off, I was like, oh, and then the second one, and I was like, yo, and then he scored, and I was like, I don't give a fuck how mad it was. That's a goal. Like I see a shit.
He's playing his way out of the LA Galaxy.
Like, listen, they're like, oh, you ain't gonna pay for me? I got to ball out. I got 3 games to have somebody else see me, so come pick me up. But yeah, man, that goal is something else. And I was just about to say, if I see this shit in the ESPN and it's anybody else, I'm like, oh, that's a goal. Shout out to him because that's a good goal. 2-0. You feel like it's gonna be easy peasy after that, but obviously,
did you?
No. Yeah, I actually did. I actually did because everything they showed me before was not it. I said the Galaxy is the biggest catfish I ever seen, dog. Mm-hmm. The Galaxy is the biggest catfish I've ever seen because they showed me they're ugly as fuck. They're the reverse catfish, right? They showed me they're ugly as fuck, and then they come on, they're like, look, we could do some nice things. So dumb. I thought they had it easy peasy, but no. Solid comes in with some changes. And actually, did I skip over people's save?
Yeah,
you did.
Let me go back to that. How many did you guys think it was a goal when he chipped him over?
When he hit it out, no. Oh, when he chipped it over.
When he chipped him over, like when it was going towards goal.
Chipped it out, 100%. Because I've seen defenders give up on that play numerous amount of times.
Mm-hmm. Masa, you didn't think it was gonna be a
goal? When we got chipped, no. I think when I seen when it slowed down, because Bingham gets a hand on that. Mm-hmm. Want to stay, he gets a hand on that. When I seen the ball slow down, I was like, he's gonna get that. And then it bounced really high, and I was like, fuck, I don't know. And when I seen them make that clearance, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
So I didn't even see in the live play. I didn't see Bingham get a touch of it. So when I seen it just go over, I was like that's like back-to-back game consecutive for him that gets chipped, and I was like, oof, those suck, dog. I hate getting chipped. So I was like, fuck. But then people, bro, did you see where he gets the clearance from? Where his foot's at? Where he clears it?
Like the height of his head.
Dog. My man's like, whatever, right? Like, yeah, this is not gonna save his season, but I'm saying that was a dope play.
100%.
That shit was tight, bro. That shit was real tight.
It got me even more angry.
I mean, you're not wrong, right? Like everything good about this game got me angry. So you're 100% right. But I was impressed. Like, listen, if it would have been the Pew doing that, I'd have been like, yeah, like I could see him do that, right? Because he commits, he goes for everything. So I could see him do it. And if I would have seen Stairs, I would have been equally surprised. I saw people and I was like,
it would have been Stairs, would have been an own goal, though.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised. I would have been less surprised if it was a goal from people too. That would have surprised me. I'm surprised because they did actually something really good and they kept up with it. I mean, Kobe talked about it like this is what they need, right? Like, cause how many times we could just give up? We're like, oh, that's gonna be a goal. It's kind of turn on. So it was dope, man. It was dope to see. But of course we can't figure it out. We drop a goal. It's 2-1 at 78th minute, and I think we suffered for the last 12, 15 minutes or whatever the game was. Right? Yeah. I was watching it here with Jeremy, and Jeremy was like, come on, blow the fucking whistle. See, Jeremy had a little more hope. he became more optimistic than I was for the first time ever. I think when it comes to G's, because I'm always most optimistic. But I was done with it. I kind of wanted a tie, man. Not even lying. I just kind of want the mystery to be over, right? 2-1 victory for the Galaxy. Weird as shit, man. I'm always gonna be okay with the Galaxy winning. I'm just kind of upset at the fact that they could have been doing this whole fucking season, but it wasn't there. Let's talk about some of this stuff. Let's go here first. We essentially eliminated RSL, and Houston got eliminated by losing to Dallas, I think it was. We have to win both games coming up, and that's Seattle and
Vancouver.
And Vancouver. Yep, Seattle and Vancouver. We have to win both those games, and I think we need help from somebody else. I don't get it. Probably.
There's a lot of moving pieces in this shit.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was trying to do math the other day, trying to figure out like the PPG, right? Like, and I stopped, and I was like, it's not even worth it. And I hit up my daughter, and I was like, yo, you ain't even got to do math homework. That's just stupid, anyways. No, I didn't do all that, but you know what I mean. I'm giving some break next time she's having a hard time with it. I'm not really sure, and and we should have been more prepared, but we're not. I'm not even sure how it is, but I know we need help. I know we got to win both games, and we need help to get into playoffs. How are you guys feeling about this? Like, are you excited about a potential playoff push?
Absolutely not. Everyone's gonna shit the bed, be so mad. Oh, you always gotta get your team. You always have to have your team wanting to win. Yeah, it is what it is. This team didn't give a shit for all year. Now we want to be happy that they are. No, you talk shit about a team when they're doing bad, and when they're doing good, you find ways for them to be better. That's how you love a team. That's how you love a team. If you're complacent with them, oh, okay, but we need to root them. No, they gave up on us from the beginning of the year. They gave up on us. They gave up on a coach. Fuck it. We're not the coach. But if you didn't want to play for that, still care for the loyalty, still care for the fan base, care for everyone that's still tuning in to watch your asses. Care for the fucking cutouts that people bought. Care for whatever. And it's not there. So if it's not there, no, I'm not going to turn my back on you. I will still watch you. I'll still support you. But I want this little fairy tale to be over. We don't deserve playoffs. What are we going to, and I said this 2-3 pods ago, and it was like, oh no, you're always supposed to be rooting for your team. No, it's over. Let this season be a wash and start making moves now.
Let me do a sidebar real quick. You said they give up on the team, or they give up from the jump.
On the coach
from the jump, right?
To be clear, not from the jump. I think something happened. Obviously, we're not in training. We're not there. Someone probably got talked to. Ron probably GBS. Something had to happen. Because when we started off on a streak, and we're like, oh shit.
So that's what I'm bringing up.
We never seen this team, this Orlando team, and we're like, hell yeah. Something happened.
So, and listen, this is all gonna be speculation. This is gonna be all whatever crazy thoughts we have in our minds. But when and what do you think happened, right? Because like you mentioned it right now, we win on a 5-game on a 6-game unbeaten streak, a 5-game winning streak, and then the wheels just completely fell off. I mean, Max Verstappen and fucking, before his tires blew out, like. What the fuck happened? What do you guys think happened? Like
yesterday after the game, I hit up a humble ex-Galaxy player, and I was like, him and I talk regularly, and I was like, what happens is this situation? Like, make me understand. I'm not gonna say his name, but simply, he's like, they're not playing for the coach. It's not there.
Right.
I've seen it happen. I've been a part of it. And it's the writings on the wall. The whole league could see it. Anyone that's played the game professionally on this level could tell you that they're not playing for this coach.
It's so wild, man. It's so wild. I don't think we'll ever find out what actually happened. But man, am I itching to know what was the breaking point where the players stopped, right? Because I understand like you having differences with your coach, you're not even liking the coach, right? Like I understand all that, but like. How bad does it have to be for you not to give up your profession, right? Because you're not even playing the sport no more. You just kind of you're there, but you're not really playing. And you're supposed to. I mean, this is your profession. This is what you're supposed to be passionate about.
But we said it. But they could erase one guy over 18 players.
Yeah, no. I listen. I understand all that, right? I understand all that. But listen, and I'll just put me freaks. an example real quick, right? If I get a project and I hate the client, doesn't mean I'm gonna give you a fucked up project, right? I'm still gonna do my best work because I pride myself on what I do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I say this because I believe this is their job, right? Like, not even going over there. I say this because it's their job, so I expect them to they have some kind of pride in what they do and how they look when they come out. It's so it's baffling to me. I don't understand. I can't put myself in the same state of mind to actually like be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. It's so
We've
wild to
had
me.
we have spoiled children, and I was thinking about it today as I was driving. The bar for the LA Galaxy player right now is very, very low.
Yeah,
The name holds itself, and that's why we're able to bring players. But the bar is set low because of players that have come into this club and done whatever they want, which is fake injuries, which is not want to play for a coach, which is not taking the job seriously. That type of mindset stays in the team, regardless when those players are gone. That type
yeah,
of mindset stays because we still have players from that era. Then that trickles down, and we've seen it.
yeah.
So that DNA of the Galaxy there, the whole championship thing is not there right now. What we're known for is for having divas on that field. I don't care what anyone tells me. That DNA is instilled in us, and right now is, well, if we don't like what our coach says, let's turn on a coach, and it's easier for them to fire one person than to get rid of 18. And
Yeah.
if you really think that John Kinnear came in and told these players something as far as tactically wise or do that changed their mindset, come on now.
Well,
Play the sport, understand the sport. Like just see what's happening in front of you.
so let's talk about this, right? And big shout out to Chris Tucker. I reached out to him and just picking his brain. Listen, Chris Tucker has like spreadsheets, on top of spreadsheets and stats and all that shit. So I reached out to him and asked him if he had an idea of what players are coming up on contract and whatnot. And fair warning, like he said, like some of the stuff he's gotten from transfer market and from other places who are not necessarily always reliable because MLS doesn't share their contract information. But right now, what he knows and what he thinks is Bingham out, Kitchen out of contract, not out as a club, just out of contract. Bingham out, Kitchen out, Filter out, Shovic's officially gone. People has 1 year. I think Jonathan has at least one more year. Yoni is gone, or not gone, but his loan is up in December. Pavone's contract is up in December. I think Corona might have a year left. But that's a lot of players, right? I saw something else, but I don't have it up. So that's a lot of players. So there is room for some kind of turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
But can you bring another coach who's going to be demanding, right? Listen, today we saw ESPN talk about Robbie King. Now I don't know how true or that is that, but he's going to be demanding, right? And I think a lot of top level coaches are going to be very demanding and expect a lot from the players. Can you, as the Galaxy, bring in a coach like that after this season?
If we do if there's a lot of players in that contract things that leave, I think yes. And I think a player like Robbie Keane that's fresh into retirement, still understands the game, still could see those mindsets and that DNA, you'll be able to pick out those players. You could pick out the cancer in this, you could pick out the whatever it is and do with it.
But do you think there's going to be enough of an exodus for that to happen though, right? Because listen, I mentioned a few players, but we still have a shit ton of players, right? And this wasn't like it was one or two players who weren't performing. This was the full squad, top to bottom, right? In exception, Pavon, even though Pavon has some questions because I've seen him, we did see a big dip in form over the last 7-8 weeks. Julian, I think he's exempted. Klinsmann, I don't think he had much to play in there because he's only come into the scene. Who else? Depew? You think Depew? I don't think Depew like threw a game. He had some bad luck in the last months.
The coach that comes in really needs to see the season of the LA Galaxy and pick from there. I really feel that a coach needs to understand what he's getting himself into, set his expectations, and because I think GBS was easily convinced by DTK to add parts where he might have didn't want to. And I think coaches need to do that. And we saw the downfall of that even in the Bruce Arena when when Gio came in.
Well, listen,
It could fuck up the greatest. It could
but
fuck
but
up
but,
great
but
coaches.
to be honest with you though, like I think I see a lot more flaws in GPS than
Oh,
I think there was a lot more
easy.
flaws
I'm not
for
comparing.
GPS,
I'm
right?
not comparing
I,
either, but I'm just saying that a coach doesn't need to be easily convinced. You need to be set to what you want, and that's what you want. If that's what you're bringing me in for,
but see, but that's exactly the question, right? And Masa, I want to bring in here, and because I know you have strong thoughts about this. My initial reaction is that right now, more than somebody who's technically a genius or a disciplined guy or anything like that, I think you need a player management. I think you need somebody who's gonna baby this team. I think you need somebody who's gonna be like pat in the back and slice of orange with a Capri Sun for your stupid ass. I think you need more than that than somebody who's gonna be yelling at you on the sideline to get up and get down. Because you've seen how these fools, like, they're soft, and I know there's gonna be some exit, but I don't think you have enough exodus to get rid of, like, as you called it, that cancer that we have, right? Like that soft cancer. So, Masa, what are you doing in this situation? You've been talking about these guys are soft and
Bitches,
some other
bro.
words. There you go. What do you think about this though?
I'm not bringing a babysitter to professional. I don't care. I don't.
All right, all right, all right. So let me let,
I
me-
don't.
let
I
me
don't run with that.
let me put it because I hear you. I'm in the same boat, right? Like if this is fucking football manager and this is FFO and I can control it, you're right. You know what I mean? Fuck you guys. I'm bringing in who I need to succeed.
Well, then
But this is
TTK
MLS though.
job, then.
But this is
It's
okay.
TTK job.
Even with that though, come on. Like listen, I know what you're saying, but most of this shit is gonna be impossible. This is MLS, and this is it. I don't even think you can do it in other leagues either, right? I mean, unless you're Chelsea and you have like have that money, right? But like you can't really do that. You can't really do that. I don't think you're gonna get the funds from AEG after this year.
So then you move what you already have, dog. You move what you have. You move on from Jonah. Obviously injury prone. He has to go. You take.
But who
Fuck.
picks
I'll
up
give
that
up.
contract?
I'll give up legit and pick up two players, two somewhat average players from MLS, dog, that are fucking that could give me something for a fucking Sebastian legit. I'll move Steres. I'll move on from Steres. You obviously have people for one more year. You have the Pew on the bench. You keep the youngsters. You build around the players who this year gave it their all. You know, obviously you don't want to go the young route because obviously that shit don't work. But you have to move on from people who are soft, dog, and we know who that is. We know who those players are. To me, Sebastian and Jet gotta go.
peace.
I
Late.
don't. I don't care if he's gonna get me into playoffs on based on these last 2-3 games. I don't care if he's the second top goal scorer on the team. He's a fucking bitch. He
Peace.
needs to go. Jonathan Dos Santos, he cannot
Peace.
be DP and he cannot be Tam. He's gonna miss so much games. If we
Well-
gave Drini, if we gave Drini so much shit, we gave his brother Gio so much shit, bro. My man's on the same boat
Hold
now.
on. No, he's not. And shut up again.
He is.
No, I'm
How is he not?
I'm a quote.
He's
Chris
headed in the
again,
right.
right?
He's headed in the same direction, bro. We can't.
No.
wait here.
Listen. Where's it? Let me find this quick.
While you're
they-
finding it, you yourself said it's like starting up a car after 6 months of being off. He chose to turn off that car.
No, 100%. Oh, look, listen.
That's not what we want.
Listen, I don't think he's injury prone like a listen dream. That's what I meant. Like that. That's what it is.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So George, we heard Masa and we heard all of that, right? And again, I explained this. MLS, I don't think you have a mass exodus, right? But in order, so you can't do this next season. In order for what Masa's talking about, and actually what I think all of us are talking about is actually having identity, having a foundation, having a core, and all that. That's going to be 3-4 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
George,
Yes.
do we have the 3-4 years? Is there patience to build something that's going to take 3-4 years to have another decade of fucking excellence?
There has to.
Hold
be,
on.
There has to be a
We-
because we've
w-
been
ho-
putting a bandage on shit. We've
We
never had
seen-
a rebuild year.
Masa,
We haven't
we've
had one.
seen the Lakers do it. We've seen the Dodgers do it. We know our greatness. We know our great dog. The times where Kobe left, our rebuild here where we have Robert Soccer. Like I know a lot of people might not be, but like if you want us to get to that level, you have to be patient. But we have to stick to the agenda. We have to stick to what we're doing, and we have to trust the process. Trust the process. But we have to trust the process with people that actually want to play. If we go out there and get spanked 5-0 and we busted our asses off, I'm riding with that team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see us going 2-1 and saying, fuck, we could have put away those 3 goals. Fuck, we could have done this. If we're really going to eat ass, but have us have a mindset. Have us have something. Have us have an identity, which we haven't had for the last 4, 5, 6 years. It's hard, but we need to stick to it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you could have stopped that. Let's eat ass, because I was okay with that. You could have just stopped there.
I've said this shit a million times, and I don't care if you guys think that mentality is whack, but I don't mind losing.
No, but I don't think that. I don't think that's it though.
If we go out swinging, dog, I don't care, and that's something that mentality should be there.
But you don't build for that though. You don't build for that. You don't build for that.
Right?
That's where you get pushed into.
But while you're building, in the process of rebuilding, if we go out fucking 2-1 or whatever, like we lose a game 2-1, not because all the players fucking gave up.
Yeah,
the players
100%.
are fucking trying. So obviously, in that rebuild process, that's something that the mentality has to be put there, and we're not gonna have. But the players we have right now, we're not gonna be able to do that. These motherfuckers are quitters. They fucking quit on the crest, dog. Yeah. I don't care if you didn't like the coach. Yep. They gave up on everyone who's a fan who pays money to put on the fucking jersey. They gave up on the crest.
Well, listen,
giving up on the coach.
But tell me, what does that crest mean to any?
I have a question.
Hold on. Before you have a question, before we move on to the question, like, tell me, to these players in our roster right now, right? However big that roster is, what does this crest mean to them?
But
to this roster?
To this roster, yeah, this roster.
Not a damn thing.
Exactly. But you should have some self-pride, dog.
No, I said that. I said that. I just said that, right? Like, listen, but
not even me, fool. I play Sunday League, dog, and I won't go out like a bitch like that.
Yeah, but you can't compare yourself though. Like, listen, because if you
miss fucking self-pride, dog, you get paid to do this shit. You're a professional.
I mean,
how do you expect to move on? Exactly. So this is why you have to let go of everybody on the fucking team, like Jordan.
But you can't do that, fool. This is not fucking FIFA. You can't let go of everybody in the team. That's impossible. You have contracts. There's
not everybody, legally. But at least 50%, right?
No, I don't even know 50%. It depends who. No, it depends on who has fucking who has contract coming up and who has market value.
There's players that have their contracts are up this year. That's like 50%.
I have two questions.
I don't think it's 50%. No.
I have 2 questions.
Go for it.
Do you think the players could have gave up on the badge with fans in the stands?
Yeah, they've done that shit already.
I don't know.
To this extent?
No,
I
don't think so. I don't think so.
I think they don't give a fuck.
Second question.
Listen. Hold on. Before we move on. If listen, easy as this, right? Fuck the stadium. Stadium could have been closed. If we just didn't have to abide by these fucking social distancing and COVID wasn't like fucked up as it is, we would have been out there like fucking 5 weeks ago, right? Like, and it would have made them feel pressure. Shout out Ant. He scripted his nice fucking letter, send them out there to make it feel pressure. You think if we're in the fucking stands and we make ourselves heard, that don't get noticed? I think so. I think 100% the stands would have put some pressure on it. Would have it changed the direction of the ship? I don't know, but there was definitely been some kind of fucking pressure there, for sure.
If you have to eliminate 3 players from this team that you feel are cancerous to this team, who are you eliminating?
I wouldn't say cancerous, but players that we for sure need to move on from.
It could be cancerous because of the mentality, and they have a big say in the locker room, and sometimes that say is negative to what the coach wants or whatever happens.
fuck. I wish I could pick more, but if I had to pick three that I
Yeah.
want gone, absolutely.
Realistically.
David Bingham, Jonathan Dos Santos, and Sebastian Lletget. For me, that those three have to go. And not Jonah. Like as much as I love Jonah, Doug, I don't want to have another Drini issue. I don't want another. If the injuries keep on coming, how many has he had this year? 2, 3. But he was healthy enough to travel with Mexico to Europe to play friendly games.
That's not how fucking injuries work, though, fool. Stop playing.
Oh,
Stop,
I
stop being that
understand
person, because that's not how injuries work. You've been
I
injured.
understand
How do you
that,
injure?
but
How do you injure your calf?
But he said
Because you wanted to injure your calf? Because you wanted to injure your
well,
calf.
obviously not. But he
All right,
said
fool.
it in
Nobody
that
gets injured
direction.
because they want
You're
to.
gonna protect
Man,
a
come
player
on,
from
get
being
out of here.
injured?
Question.
That's dumb.
If there was no international call up and the Galaxy had a game the same day that Mexico was supposed to have one, is Jonathan Dos Santos suiting up for that Galaxy game?
Yeah. No.
That's a problem. That's a
But
problem.
I don't think it is.
Why not?
Because you want. Listen, if he's suiting up for the Mexican national team, it's because he's quality, right?
Yes, 100%.
And you want these players of quality. You don't want
Yes.
these players who are not getting looked at by their countries.
Yeah, no, but me saying so. Take that. There's not a call up. There's not an international call up. There was never an international call up. And the game.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And the
I
game
missed.
lands on the same day where there was supposed to be a national call up, but there's not a game. Is he suiting up for the Galaxy?
I think he is.
I don't.
Listen. Here's the thing, though, right? Let me just piggyback off of Masa. Bingham out 100%. Bring me a solid 36-year-old keeper, though. You know what I mean? Bring me a solid 36 keeper. I don't know if he's starter or I don't know if he's keeping Klinsmann on his toes. One or two. I don't get rid of Jonah. I don't get rid of Jonah because yes, shit season. Yes, I mean shit season all around. But I like him. I like his quality. I don't like him not as person. I like his quality in the field. So I'll keep Jonah, and I'll move the Jet for sure though, because the Jet I think he still has some value, right? It's funny though. It's funny to me though, like because I thought that was the case. I thought they gave up. I thought they threw in the coach. When you said you talked to your homeboy, and he said like the league sees it, everybody sees it. Everybody's a player who knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. I want to know. I want to see if that impacts the desire of him with other teams, right? Because if you've seen that, do you want to bring that into your club? And that goes for all the other players who are not Sebastian Lletget, who don't have that, that pretty face or that name to go behind them, right?
Yeah.
Listen, let me bring something up that Hugo, the Jew said. Hugo said, imperfect because the last day he said, when the players are giving up and the players are giving up on the team, they're not coached, they're not coming out and performing. Isn't it the captain's job to kind of step up and be like, get the fuck up, stop that, let's go?
How many captains have we had?
No. I didn't ask who the captain was. I didn't ask who was the captain. I said, his question was, isn't it the captain's job? Now, is it the captain? And I'm talking about just in general. Like, don't focus on who the captain is. Isn't that the captain's job?
So the role as the captain to me this year has been so irrelevant that it's been tossed around so much that there hasn't been a set person to ever say, hey, because when one person was a captain, that person was injured. When the other person was a captain, that person was quiet enough to just they wanted a starting role. So say to your question, say we had a captain, the likes of Robbie Keane, the likes of Landon Donovan,
bro.
Or no, but we saw what happened with Zlatan when he wanted, when he demanded these players to be better. We saw the outcome of that. So I can't say Zlatan.
But Zlatan wasn't it either. I'm sorry, but Zlatan scored goals, but he wasn't it as a captain either. Sorry,
he's not a captain.
Tell
not a captain. But
tell AC Milan that.
Listen, but it's not, no, but come on, are you fucking serious? Zlatan is playing with quality. When he was playing the Galaxy, it's not quality. You can't touch
AC Milan's quality, but they shouldn't be top of the league.
I say Zlatan will play
top of the league.
Zlatan is playing with quality. He wasn't doing so.
Zlatan's gonna go out like how
Zlatan was quality.
Zlatan to Portland.
Zlatan is quality, bro.
That's a player. You need more than just to be a high level player to be a captain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just like you need to be more than just a coach. You need to be able to manage. You need to be able to manage
players.
Yeah. How do you do that though? How do you do that?
But the way that you communicate that, isn't the way that Zlatan was supposed to do it.
That's because our fucking players are soft.
Either way, you know your team.
Oh my
Either way, you know your team. Listen, here's the thing. What your argument is counterproductive, right? Because your team is not going to respond to you, but you're still going to do it anyways. And that makes sense to you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That the fucking players have to go.
All right, fool. But listen, that's not the case, bro. Like, that's not the case, bro.
They have to figure that shit out, though. They have to figure this shit out for this shit to work and for us.
Hey,
to move on,
listen, I'm gonna send you a link to a Facebook group. You'll love it there. Let's move on. Let's move on. Where do we go from here? Like, and ultimately, and Masa, go ahead and your wildest dream, baby. What's your ideal situation for the next year or two? What's your ideal situation right now? Where are we at? And listen, and I'm sorry, because like for me, I think the season's over. So I'm kind of, I'm speaking in those terms. I don't see a playoff run coming personally, right? And I think we'll see when we play Seattle coming up. So again, let me throw that out to you guys one more time. What is the ideal situation in the next year or two for you guys?
Masa, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for this.
I was mad, dog.
I'm mad, dog. This is fucking whack, dog. Players are fucking trash. Players are fucking mentally weak, bro. And there's no out. There's no out of this fucking situation right now.
But they turn around next year. But they turn around next year and we'll
with who? With who?
With the same players. They turn around next year and we'll forgive them 100%.
It's like as fuck, dog.
Listen, they win a cup. We're forgiving them.
Team? Come on, dog. With Chicharito on this team, bitch.
We're gonna get you. And Chicharito's staying, dog. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Bitch.
He's staying.
Exactly.
You mad? All right, listen. This is not even working out. Let's talk about Seattle real quick because that is coming up. Midweek game. What do you? I don't even know how to start with the fucking with the lineups. Like I have no idea what Dom is thinking. But do you think we see the same? You think we see the same lineup? You think it changes? What do you guys think?
Same lineup. 100%.
Same lineup. We saw him making changes. He was panicking at the end. He was just trying to figure something out. The only change happens with Jonado Santos. He's not going to be available for the rest of the year.
Yeah. All right. So is there any chance against Seattle? I mean, Seattle just took an L versus Columbus.
You know where the chance is?
Because they qualified already for playoffs.
No, you know where the chance is, and it's gonna frustrate me even fucking more. Chicharito's gonna come and score fucking 2 goals. He's gonna see the team that just produced. He's gonna see, all right, we're finally fucking playing.
No, not that. Hey, I'm sorry. Can I address the chat real quick?
Dog.
Sorry. Go for it. What you say, Masa?
There's a chance because Seattle don't give a fuck. They're not gonna play their best players right now.
Nah,
okay,
man.
but where's their positioning?
They're clinched to playoffs.
Okay,
they're
they clinched to playoffs. You still want some type of home field advantage where you don't have to travel. So they're still fighting for something.
I mean, I guess I would think that. I mean, the chance is there. They played on the weekend. They're not gonna risk, depending on the team that they played on the weekend. They're not gonna want to risk those players midweek because they already qualified for playoffs.
Yeah, but
I still feel you want positioning in playoffs.
Yeah, and they're
regardless, fans or not.
They're 3 points away from they're 1 game behind. They're 1 game in hand and 3 points away from being in first place. Maybe because I don't know how fucking PPG works. So I think there's a chance, but they are in playoffs. They have clinched. So we see them. All right. I don't know what to say about this next game, so I don't want to derail it or prolong it as long because I don't know what to say. Let's go into predictions. George, you already said Chicho scoring 2, so we're keeping clean sheet plus 2 goals.
No. 4-2 Seattle. Chicha scores 2.
Interesting. Masa, you wanna?
I don't want to give one because I personally don't give a fuck. To be honest, I don't care about anything that happens from here on out. See me next year, though.
Hey, hold on. To the chat, the end on the chat says, "I fucking swear if Chicha only shows up now."
What do you expect?
He has.
What about the rest of the team?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't bring this up, but he's been vocal on Instagram ever since
a complete different player.
It's so funny.
Listen, tinfoil hat on. Chicha was the one that wanted GBS out.
Probably. Probably. He didn't want to. He probably asked something he can get. Hey, can I address the chat real quick? Carlos Rivas says, "Why does Rudy refuse to see we got some weak-minded players?" I don't refuse to see that. I understand that. I know we do. I know for a fact we do. What my argument is that you can't do a FIFA. You can't sell all your players. It's MLS. You have to listen. There's cap, and Alejandro Gonzalez says you have to have domestic players. So you got to swap them in for domestic players. You have a cap. You have contracts. It's not that I don't see that we have problems with our players. I agree. Like if there was a magical wand that I could swap them all out for players of my liking, none of them would be here, right? Like none of them, because none of them play the way I like, the way I like to see. So yeah, I will swap all of them out. Unfortunately, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to give something that's not just a rant. And the fact that we can't get rid of 18 players, that's a fact. So that's all I'm saying. I understand that we have trash players, mentally trash players, right? Like these guys are soft. I understand that. I know that. But I don't think we're alone in that. I think that's something that you see commonly across MLS. And we just showcase it now even more so, right? Because we're going through a rough patch. All right. I don't think I have anything else to say. It's been a real fucking negative pod. But
as it should be, though, as it should be. If you come on here and say, "Oh, we got to be positive, we got to show out for the team," 100%. Showing out is watching the game, but you need to hold these motherfuckers accountable. Hold them accountable. Listen, it doesn't mean we don't love the Galaxy. We're still on here every Monday talking shit. We talk shit because we care.
Yep. I love this stupid ass team, dog. Fucking
no, you don't, dog. No, you hate them, dog. I tell you, you're a Chivas fan, dog.
No, all three of us, this shit got it tatted on us, for God fucking sakes. Like, come on, man. If you're ever gonna come on here and question loyalty, no, it's not it. But you need to talk shit when they deserve it. When they're where they're supposed to be at, you always need to look for what we can improve on. Because that's the type of team that we want. That's the type of that's me going into the stands and remembering the good times where we knew a team was going to come in and we were going to trash them. We could get trashed before the game because we knew the game was going to be fucking.
It's fun time though.
Like, like it's a fun time.
Hell yeah, that we trash. We suck again. Here. I'm gonna end with this. If you're really upset about where we're at, then let's take a real good look at the team, right? After 2015, 2016 we went hard to try to get some cups for Gerard, a cup with Gio and Robbie King, all of them. All these guys, like, they went hard and they brought in anybody, not thinking of the future, thinking for that season. And it was a bust. We lost Colorado and Pens. Players went away. Rebuild. Let's go with youth. We're bringing Norfolk. We bring in a bunch of D2 players. We don't spend. We try to build in within because we've been working on the academy for a long time. They had to provide us some players. That didn't last long. Norfolk got cut. We got Shiggy. We know how that went.
We already had a team built.
we already had a team built. Not a lot of cap space because everything. That doesn't work. We get fucking Zlatan because he's available. He's available, so you get Zlatan. Listen, and here's my thing, right? Like, and I'll still say this. 2 years later, I'll still say this. The team we had built pre-Zlatan, they had an idea what they wanted to do with Kamara up top, right? I think you change it with Zlatan, and I don't necessarily think that Zlatan signing was a bad thing, right? Because it's fucking Zlatan, but it does change what you thought of the team because you have Zlatan now, right? You bring in GBS and you try to work with Zlatan. You try to bring in pieces that can work with Zlatan. Kind of goes against what GBS wants to do. Did it? They win a cup.
Well, I mean, they brought players, right? They brought
players. They brought players. Listen, they brought players to try to win with Zlatan, not players to be here for 3-4 years and build a core. They brought players to win for Zlatan.
Yeah,
and then we did it again. Right? Zlatan's gone. GBS shits the bed, and we stuck with the team that was built for Zlatan, with a couple other pieces. Right? So here, look at you. Look in the fucking mirror. Look at your tweets, because you guys are asking for fucking Cavani. You guys are asking for Agüero. You guys are asking for all these players who's going to be the same fucking thing where you're going to build around them for a year or two. Right? So here, next time you ask for a player, let's think about the future. Let's think about the next 5 years to build a core that you can build a 10-year legacy for, right? Like the next 10 years be dope as fuck. Stop asking for these fucking stopgap band-aid ass fucking players. These old ass players who are only here to win a cup or try to win a cup and then out in a year and a half. We need a fucking overhaul, not a fucking rebuild, an overhaul. You need to pull the engine out, take it out piece by piece. Masa, you know what I'm talking about? You need to bring that bitch in, pull it out, and all that shit. Like the whole thing's to go, dog.
We need to pull that shit out and bring a new engine, dog.
Yeah, we need, listen. It's so much we got to do, and for that it can't be next year. I guarantee you, it's not gonna be next year.
No.
All I want for next year.
Listen, this podcast will tell you: do not expect shit for the next 2 years of a team.
Easy, minimum 2 years, right? All I hope for next year is an idea of what they want to be like the year after and the year after that, and fucking balls to the walls in the field. I'll be happy.
You know why Robbie Keane was so successful? Because the team was already built.
Yeah,
And
and he was a piece.
Striker. Yeah, exactly.
You guys remember the first game? First game, it looked like he was been playing for 6 months.
What is San Jose?
Was it San Jose? Might have been San Jose. I don't remember what that was. But he looked like he had been playing with us for the whole season, right? Because the team was building. All you needed was that player. Yep. Tell me one player right now that you could bring in this team. One player right now that you could bring into this squad and makes that much difference. And don't say Chicharito. Don't say Chicharito because I know you want to say it, but don't say him.
Messi.
I don't think he's him. Not even Messi. Messi, I'm looking old, bro. Messi not looking sharp. I'm sorry.
Nah, he don't want to be there either, dog. That was not playing.
He's giving up too. Man, listen,
it fits perfect for us.
Again, sorry for all the ranting. I personally did. I try to let my boys talk a lot more than I do. But today I was frustrated. I've been frustrated for the last fucking couple of days.
Frustrated with me, dude.
I'm not frustrated with you. You just make some. You make arguments when you make mad arguments right now. You make mad arguments right now. That's all I'm saying. Right? Like you're smart. You're smarter than.
I'll never forgive Masa for being a Rolf and Cuello guy.
All right. Do we have anything else to do today? I'm sure I missed shit, but
we got lots of questions.
Hey,
fuck, we got questions. I'm about to kill the show. All right. Hey George, you got questions? Questions. Yeah. Wrong one. All right, George. Hit me with some fucking questions.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of shit that we have already talked, but I'll get to the ones that we didn't. Should Dominic Kinnear be considered as a permanent head coach manager? Masa, you say it.
What the fuck is that question?
There's your answer.
Can I answer? Can I answer this? Can I answer this?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Because I have a different. Maybe. If there's not a big overhaul on the roster, you might need somebody who could talk to them and be like, come on, work better. So maybe.
Then what are we doing?
Listen, I know. Do I like it? Hell no. But I think there's a path there if they want to go there.
All right. David wants to know, was GBS a bad coach or was he lacking the right players? GBS was not a great coach, but he wasn't a bad coach. And was he lacking the right players?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But I feel that what we saw whatever we saw yesterday showed us that there was still some type of fight in a team where if GBS was a head coach and they played for him, we could have been talking about something special.
So
I've been chilling in fifth right now.
I'll say this, right? I don't think he's a great coach, but if he would have got the players to buy into what he wanted to do, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Check. A little bit of both.
I've always said in MLS you need to be a coach and a manager.
Yeah.
And
with some clubs, more manager.
Yep. Sam wants to know, yo, Jorgito, I need to hear the World Series experience. What's it like? Shout out to you and Germs, crazy motherfuckers. We covered that in the first 15 minutes.
I'm telling you, man. We got to. Never mind. I won't say it. I won't say it out loud yet because it's not ready. But yeah,
listen. I'll say any closeout game that any LA team needs. We're gonna Straight from the Stands is gonna set up a GoFundMe for Germs and myself because we are the good luck. So if y'all want a title, send us out.
Yep.
All right, Eric Bermudez wants to know best way to get Klein fired. That rat needs to go. We haven't talked about Klein, and I feel someone that needs to be addressed.
I'll say my piece on this, right?
Okay.
Klein's not going anywhere because I'm sure he met, especially in COVID, he met his financial requirements for the season, which he just sells, right? On top of that,
Not only that,
hold on. On top of that, he put DTK in front of him as his human shield. So
yep.
the only way he gets fired is if DTK gets fired first, and I don't see that happening either. Therefore, he's not going anywhere.
Fucking on. If you understand how any company works, anything works, as long his job is to bring in the money.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a shit season and you're still bringing in money, no one gives a fuck. The people that care, after that, when there's no results happening and then fans start protesting, guess what? He's gonna be like, "We had it right. You two motherfuckers are out." One of them left already.
And here's the thing, right? Like, he gave us 10% off our season tickets this year, and we all said, "Spot on." And he made his allotment of fucking season tickets too. Like
he made what? He said he
gave
what?
They give us 10% off for season tickets, right? If we just renew them, everybody said okay. Everybody just put the card there, and he's straight, man. He's good. He's 100% good. It's a business, man. I got
charged twice.
I got charged twice too. They gave my $2 back though, but I got charged twice.
All right. Emmanuel wants to know: do we start over and rebuild a new team, or build around Chicharito?
That's the big question.
You have to build around Cheech.
That's the big question, because
money's already spent.
And the rumor is it's 4-year contract, right? 3-4-year contract.
Yeah.
Well, I see. You seen? I saw on Twitter today that they offered him to Chivas. And Chivas was like, nah.
I mean, who would right now?
GPS,
who would right now?
In case it's the complete opposite, though.
Yeah, you're not gonna show your hands. But I mean, like, who who in the right mind would take Chicharito right now? Unless
baby.
Yeah, listen. If Chivas wasn't in such a bad place, that they could bring somebody in just for the marketing dollars, I'm sure they would have done it. But they actually need somebody who could play, and Chicharito's not it right now. Right now, I say that. Mark my words. Say it right now.
Build around Chicharito. We can't.
There's nothing else we can do
around it. There's no way around it. Glenn with 1N1121 wants to know, was Pavon part of the GBL train? Yes or no?
I can't believe that.
No.
That's his guy.
I don't
right?
think so.
Listen, and in case you forgot, like, Pavon was in a bad place before he came to the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. He was locked out of Boca because he wasn't really playing, and when he was playing, he wasn't playing that well. He came to the Galaxy and he's seen some limelight, right? Like, his goal is being broadcast on ESPN, on FS1, on all the YouTubes. Like, he's getting seen, and I think he has to thank GBS for it. So I doubt that he was in that fucking cahoots to get him out. My opinion.
And he hit his numbers for me, double-digit goals this season, and he's almost at double-digit assists. I doubt he hits the number, but I mean,
there was somebody else who did that.
Drini?
Oh yeah, him. All right, next question.
Don't worry, I'll bring up Junior in a bit. Would the Seattle Sounders assistant coach be a good coach for the Galaxy?
Oh, that's what's his name?
Explanation of him today, and I think it's a good idea.
What's his name? See, like, listen, I don't. I mean, I don't agree with this. I said in the chat, like, I wouldn't mind seeing a really young coach. And I mean, and he's like 38 or something like that. Like, so he's not like super young, but like, he's a young coach. And I don't think that's a bad idea because, like, again, these players need a relationship with the coach. At least that's what I'm assuming. I think they need like a relationship, somebody they could talk to. And I think for somebody like that, and he's in the league and he understands the league, I don't think it's a bad look.
Personally. He's the MLS Cup winner. And he's with the best team in MLS right now. Hands down.
No, Portland is the best team. Well, no, actually, no. Columbus. Oh, the mighty Union too, bro. What you mean, dog? Get out of here.
But how much does that have to do with the head coach, though? It's like saying Dominic Kinnear. Dominic Kinnear could go and manage any other team in the MLS. He can't manage the LA Galaxy.
I mean, I don't know who. Never mind. Stop. I'll shut up. Next question.
All right. Art from Lars wants to know: do we see the same lineup as Sunday? We talked about that. He also wants to know who should start in replacement for Jonathan Dos Santos?
Harvey.
Joe Benny.
Harvey.
Yeah,
can we
see
Harvey?
Put Harvey in there.
I like Harvey's
Harvey
energy.
in there.
But he won't though. Listen, the one thing I'm scared about right now for at least for the next 2 games with fucking Dom is the young kids. I don't think they'll see any minutes. Dom is gonna go with his fucking old heads.
All right, Glenn with 1N wants to know: can people keep up this work rate for the final 2 games plus any playoff games?
They could keep it up for 60 minutes.
Yeah. Um,
Oh my, let that ass team.
yeah, Sykes wants to know, did the team throw for GBS? Show your work.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
that's our conspiracy theory right now. That's our working theory.
Not like yep. It's absolutely.
Alex wants to know, do we have the same 11 against Seattle? We talked about it. To live and die in LA wants to know what needs to happen for the G's to get into playoffs.
A lot. Again,
Pray.
I don't know the specifics, but I know we need help. We can't just win the 2 games and not get help. We need somebody to drop points.
And fake Bubble wants to know who's a realistic CB for the Galaxy to go for. Also, who replaces Bubble when he's gone?
Yeah, 2 questions that
We don't
I
have
don't.
an answer for that.
Yeah, listen, I honestly wouldn't mind to see not known names, right? Not known names, whether domestic or international, but not known names. Players that they scout. And here I said that word, scout. I know my boys over there in Nag News. They were just talking about it over this weekend how Galaxy doesn't scout, but excuse me, I would like to see them scout an unknown player with domestic or not domestic for both of the positions who have potential, and then bring in one left wing, right wing guy who's going to be for the short term and one for the long term.
I don't even care about DPs. Just start bringing in players from the league, bro. That know the league. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't do that shit. That's why we fucking suffer. Motherfuckers that are used to travel are not on this team because we bring people from outside. Like that's the first step.
All right, but that's
in
that's
my
not even
opinion.
that's not even an excuse this year though. We
No,
can't
no, I'm
even
not
use
saying
that this
no,
year.
no,
You
no.
know what I mean?
Of course not. But I'm saying we don't do that, and we
Oh yeah.
never really done that. And
And the
why.
times we've done, the times we have, is worked. McGee, my guy came in and he worked. Like Bruce was good at that. Like he knew old guys who they probably weren't looked at that great when their team, and they brought him in because he knew he got the experience. They knew how to play.
And he
Yeah.
also knew how to manage players. He knew how to talk to him. He knew how to hype them up. He knew how to sell them. He knew how to get them ready. That's what you need to be a coach in the MLS. I'm sorry for people that don't agree. That's what you need in
I think
higher
so.
leagues where it comes with it. In this league, it does not.
Listen,
If anything didn't show you these last 5 years, as a Galaxy fan, should have showed you that it doesn't matter the name that we have. It's all about the league, and this league doesn't have it.
And it has to be like a special type of coach if you are gonna bring that, right? Because we see Tata, he did it, but then you've seen the coach who came in right after him. I'm sorry, his name escapes me. Bower.
Lost it completely.
Whatever. Like he shit the bed, right? But I think he also. You mean he didn't have a good track record coming into it? GBS though, right? Like GBS. Go back and watch the beginning of this fucking season, and when we found out it was GBS, we were fucking hyped.
Hyped.
We're hyped, right? And he wasn't it. He shit the bed. I like him. I wanted him to be dope. He shit the bed. So, I think you're right.
That was it, boys.
No more questions. That's it. Good shit. All right. All that being said and done, all of us here in Straight from the Stands, we bleed blue, white, and gold. Don't fucking that. You can't even question that. But we are. Listen, we're either realistic or math frustrated, whatever you want to call
We're
it.
straight up. We're straight up. We're not going to give you shit about how this person is a guy. No, we're straight up. If we call a shit, we call a star. That's how it is, and that's exactly why you come here. Because we're gonna tell you shit. We've said it from the beginning. We've held that DNA from when this podcast started. We're gonna tell you shit how it is. Sometimes you might not want to hear it, especially in times like this. I get it, but we need to understand what we have at hand.
And also, and if you disagree at any kind of level, if you wholeheartedly or just kind of disagree, hit us up.
Yeah.
Tweet, hit us up. Hit us on Instagram. Come to the chat. Talk. Chat with us live, and we'll bring it up. Listen, we're like you guys, right? We're just like you guys. We're fans. We don't listen. We get access here and there, but we don't have that access like all the time. We're fucking fans. The name says we're straight from the stands. Not this year, but we're usually straight from the stands because we were at the games, we were at the stands, we were out there chanting, and we give our opinions. But with that being said, it's another motherfucking episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
This is George, the Undefeated 7. Follow me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. If you haven't yet, go vote. Express your right to vote, y'all. Use
Massa
that
people.
voice.
Masa, before you go, we talked about Bruce, and I, at least for myself, that was not me talking. Let's bring Bruce back. That ship is gone. Itself for me.
Absolutely. Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's not what we're talking about.
No.
I just bring that up because Dre Sound, he asked, "What about bringing Bruce back?" I think that
thank
ship's
you.
gone. Let's not do that again.
I'm
Masa
good.
closes
I'm
out.
good. I pass. Peace up.
No, pero con huevo cerote.
This is most
Yeah,
depressing
fuck that, dog. The team wanted to do that. Fuck it. Please don't do each other. Get the fuck out of here.
Ya la
let's
ya la
go.
cagan ustedes. All right, baby.
Valen,
All right, boys.
valen verga todos.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Catch you guys next Monday. Adios.
Jeje.